Hey everybody, we're in Unit 8, Lesson 17, Activity 17.3. Andre, Lynn, and Noah each designed and built a paper airplane. They launched each plane several times and recorded the flight, the distance of each flight in yards. All right, so what we're looking for is the 5-number summary for the data for each airplane. And then we're going to calculate some IQRs. Okay, so let's go through the usual step here of finding medians. So we're trying to find numbers in the middle. Oh, there's one number in the middle, 28. Okay, so then when I try and find the first quartile, I try to find the middle of the bottom half here, I get 27. And when I do the same thing here, I get 29. Okay, so if I want to write down the information here, and we're doing this for Andres, the minimum is 25. First quartile is 27. Median is 28. Third quartile is 29. The max is 30. And remember, for the IQR, what you're doing is you're subtracting the third quartile and the first quartile. So you're taking 30 minus, 29. I was taking the max there. 29 minus 27 equals 2. All right, and we're just going to keep on doing that. For Lynn's, let's switch back to blue. Okay, there's 28. That's the middle number. And for the numbers on the bottom, we've got 21. And 29. Okay, so I've got a min of 20. First quartile, that right on top of that, that's 21. Okay, so, oops, let's move that down a little bit. It's going to be 21. Median was still 28. Third quartile was the same as before, that was 29. The max is 32. And again, when I subtract to find the IQR, I've got 29 minus 21 equals 8. Okay. Last time. Median at 20. First quartile at 15. Third quartile at 23, it looks like. Okay, so filling that in, we've got a min of 13. Got a first quartile of 15. We've got a median of 20. We've got 23 for the first quartile, third quartile, and the max is 25. And when we subtract 23 minus 15, we get 8. All right, so let's see. We are going to need to draw 3 box plots, one for each paper airplane. And I am going to have to go all the way from 13 up to 30. Oh, great. I've got numbers down here. Okay, so let's see. I've got Andre, Lynn, and Noah. So I'm going to need one for Andre, one for Lynn, and one for Noah. Why did you change font on me? That's weird. All right, let's put this over here, and let's draw. I'm going to use my drawing just a little bit less thin here. So for Andre, my box goes from 27, which is here, to 29, which is here. The median is in the middle at 28. the max goes to 30, and the min goes to 25. So you might notice that Andre's paper airplane was very consistent. There's very little spread here. There's very little variability. Everything's in a very compact space. But if I do Lynn's, I have to start drawing my box plot at 21. And then I have to go over to 29. And the median in the middle is at 28. So this is what my box looks like. And then I've got a max of 32 and a min of 20. Look how much more spread out that is. There's some things that are the same as Andre's and Lynn's that looks like what's between the median and the third quartile is exactly the same. But this is so much more stretched out. All right, one more. Let's do Noah. Noah, let's see, we're going to start at 15. And then we're going to go all the way to 23. So that's what the box looks like. And the median is at 20. And the min is at 13, right there. And the max is at 25. Okay, one of the things that's definitely true when I look at this is that Noah's paper airplanes traveled nowhere near as far as Lynn's and Andre's. Both Andre and Lynn had a typical length of 28 yards. That was the median for both of those, but Noah's paper airplane did nowhere near as good as those. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is that on the next page, what you've got is I want you to compare Andre and Lynn and tell me how they're the same and how they are different. So this is something that you need to fill in here. So for Andre and Lynn, you're looking at these two, and you might talk about the fact that their medians were the same, but their spread, their IQRs were very different. And then you're talking about Lynn and Noah's planes. What's same about these? And you might not think a lot is the same, but there is something that's the same right there. But there's something that's also that is very, very different. So please, using the language of IQR and medians, talk about what's the same and what's different.